Hey, thanks for being here. I'm super sorry if I'm making too many videos this week. I think I'm just having a lot of fun doing this for whatever reason. That being said, this might be the last video for this week. Hopefully. For your sake. I hope so. No, I'm kidding. Thanks for clicking on this video. Oh my gosh. I think I made this wick too big. Let's see what happens. What's gonna happen? I made this candle today with my son. He picked out the color, and it's probably one of my favorite candles so far. Maybe it's not too big. I don't know. I'll just set that over here. I wanted to talk about Mars in its conjunction with Uranus in Gemini this week. I was already feeling as though this would bring a lot of pressure to the intellect. Mars is about capability and strength and muscling through, while Gemini is about the mind and our adaptability in the mind. And it's about logic and observation, powers of observation. And also the interesting thing about Uranus to me is that it's sort of the planet of genius. This is how I see it. It represents human genius, ingenuity, the off-the-wall brilliance that can occur. So these two planets together, it just feels like adding an engine to this feeling of need to figure stuff out. That's what Mars and Gemini is focused on. Need to battle problems or needing to battle irrational tendencies. Let me light this candle here. This kind of feels like war, quote unquote. It's metaphorical, it's not literal. Oh, is this empty now? What the oh, interesting. Metaphorical war being waged on the irrational. So coming to terms with irrationality in some way. This is also included in the full moon, where I just feel a lot going on with rational versus irrational, the contrast between the two. And Uranus adds jolts of electricity to whatever it touches. So Uranus in Gemini, voltage to the mind. Not just voltage, it's also like when an engine turns over and over again, it's to provide movement. That's the imagery that I get. So the mind is revving like an engine when Uranus and Mars are together. And this can represent overturning stuck thought patterns, stuck problems that need to be solved. And it feels like getting the circulation going again in certain spheres of life where we've thought too much about whatever, insert thing here. So Uranus is the great liberator, and Mars is all about momentum. So observations that bring momentum and movement forward. Now, I always am aware that conjunctions can bring challenges because it's about blending. Sometimes it's hard to blend. So challenges to look out for would be things moving too fast, wanting to move too fast, erratic movements, erratic thoughts, thought patterns. and feeling limited in a restless way and trying to like circle around problems. It's easy to be distracted when Uranus is involved. And this is the vibe of I just want to take off running and keep running. So it's a lot of action. It's action oriented. It's also bringing an opportunity to let go of seriousness. I think Gemini is very comedic. It's very much observational humor. So watch out for random humorous moments coming through, which is fun. It's like silly. We may notice that it's hard for others to take things seriously at times this week. I mean, that happens all the time. But this is a distinct flavor of nonchalance that's maybe in the air as this happens. And it's also going to be trining Pluto in Aquarius. So that is revving the social engine. Aquarius is our social groups. I'm holding an obelisk in case anybody's wondering. It helps me chill. I always have to be fidgeting. I don't know why. Pluto in Aquarius. Aquarius is social groups, bigger networks, the collective, the hive mind. So this is the energy of trying to synthesize group thought in some way, turning over adaptations of group thought is what it feels like. Like, oh, everybody thinks I should do it something this way. I'm going to see if I can break the rules in certain ways. So peer pressure in a way that's experimented with. Does that make sense? Kind of what I'm getting. Experimenting with ascent and dissent, striding the line between wanting to meld with others in their ideas and wanting to just break off entirely. Because Uranus is about freedom, Pluto is about death and endings. So there's also something here about ending certain social contracts that in a way that's supportive, like, oh, I've outgrown this agreement or contract that I said I was going to take on. Time to let it go in some way. So Uranus and Mars in Gemini trining Pluto in Aquarius, that is thinking outside of the hive mind, breaking off from mainstream thought. So maybe wanting to be free from certain social network stuff for a little bit. Finding an ability to shift away from public perception, which is interesting because the full moon had that tidbit about privacy. I made a video on the full moon and I was getting something about how privacy is painful nowadays in the world. So this is a supportive aspect coming to balance that energy out, where we recognize the pain of not being seen in certain ways, but we're able to transmute it perhaps with this aspect. Pluto is also retrograde. But yeah, so it's an interesting aspect. I wanted to do like a little video about it. A lot of shifting when it comes to kindred perception. Like, oh, people who think like me, but also don't think like me. Really mulling over how to integrate. I wish I could explain it better. Thinking about how to separate from peer pressure or influence from popular ideas while also not separating too much, like writing the line. That's just what I'm feeling when I look at this trine here. So, a lot of action, possibly. The mind is the engine, perception is shifting, and perception of influence. Noticing how our thoughts plug into the grid. All right, I want to get to the cards. I have 3 questions. I wanted to say, I forgot to add this in. These are all just my interpretations. It's not going to be true for everybody. If it resonates with you, I'm glad. If not, it's okay. Just ignore. I'm just sharing what I get because I usually just do this alone, and it goes into a void, or it goes into what I call the abyss. Sometimes people wander into the abyss. Hi, thanks for being in the abyss with me today. Yeah, hopefully it's not a waste of time, but here's what is going to happen next. The transits that I just finished discussing, the transits are transient. They come and they go. The reading, which I need to select a deck here. I'm feeling this one today. Ooh. The readings are timeless. Even though I will be referencing, possibly, if it comes up, the transit in the reading. Sometimes that happens where the reading is still timeless, but the transit pops in. The energy from the transits pop in to the reading of the cards. But the reading is still timeless. If you find this at a random time way in the future, it's still, the intention is for it to still do its thing. Okay, so I have 3 questions. Question 1, what is something in my life that can shift really quickly? Because that's Uranus. I forgot to say, these questions are inspired by the transits. They're inspired by my downloads. Question 2, what limitation am I attaching to too stubbornly? Question 3, how am I currently being liberated? Okay, I'm going to shuffle and connect, and I'll be back. Okay, question 1, what is something in your life that can shift really quickly? We have Knight of Swords reversed. Okay. The feeling of needing to prove yourself, feeling like you can't understand something, can't figure something out. Combativeness. Oh, I feel as though somebody's sort of coming at you in a certain way, and it's almost this feeling of being pursued in some way. And I think there's an energy of breaking free from that. Interesting that this horse is blindfolded and it's running. Wow, there's this feeling of I need to go really fast, even if the cloak is over your eye. Oh, the figure is also blinded here. So a fear of being followed by something or someone can shift. Knight of Swords reversed. It's also difficulty planning. The feeling of having to transform or change plans too much. Trying to make plans and they keep getting sidelined. Okay, we'll get clarifiers too. Question 2. What limitation are you attaching to too stubbornly? Queen of Wands reversed. Wow. There's a fear, possibly, of visibility in some way. It's wanting to be seen in a new way because the old way may have been scary. I'm trying to figure out if I want to settle on this being the feeling of being pursued. It's hard to pin this down. Maybe there's split messages. Because this feels like, why does nobody see me? Why am I not memorable? Okay. So somebody here may be clinging to the idea that you're not memorable, that people just forget you. Yeah, that is a limitation that would make it hard, wouldn't it? Okay. Let me think if I'm getting anything else. Stubbornness around the idea of not being memorable kind of goes back to this. I was getting something about needing to prove yourself. Mixed messages. I definitely need clarifiers for this Knight of Swords, but yeah, the limitation of feeling like you're not memorable, like you don't make impressions, it's like an illusion. Your influence is under the surface, perhaps. Okay. Question 3. How are you currently being liberated? Four of Swords reversed. Coming out of sleep. This feeling of needing to replenish, needing to regenerate, needing to hide in some way. Being underground. That's interesting. This feeling of needing to be underground, it does go back to this. So I don't know who this is for. There's like mixed fear of being pursued, but also fear of being invisible. I feel this strongly again now. It's fear in the past of being pursued, but now, if there's freedom from that, there's a desire to be seen in a new way, in a way that's safe. So what are you being liberated from? The unsafety of being seen in the past. There it is. Okay, I feel that. Now it makes sense why it was like a split message. So you may not have felt safe being seen before in the past. The way you were seen felt like an attack. Maybe you're meant to be seen and you had to kind of detach for a little bit, free yourself from certain people or situations. And now maybe you're in a safer place, in a better place, and it's time to reconfigure this idea that you still need to hide, or maybe that's what you're letting go of, this need to hide and heal. Okay, it really cleared itself up. I want to get clarifiers though, still. What am I going to use? We'll use these. Let's get some clarifiers. We have Hermit on the bottom. I haven't even shuffled. Wow. There it is. Feeling unsafe to be seen. I almost feel like maybe somebody messed with you in terms of your visibility in the past. it's like a heavy feeling. Okay. Okay, clarifiers. These are intense messages. I don't know if it's going to resonate, but I'm just going to go with it. I feel it in my heart a lot. I feel like heavy. Okay. Knight of Swords reversed is clarified by the Ace of Cups reversed, a block. Worrying about overflow, grief, possibly. It says emotional loss, blocked creativity, like feeling like you can't create. In the past, what was this answering? Something in your life that can shift really quickly. Being able to generate, being able to create. Okay. Then, still clarifying, Knight of Swords reversed, Seven of Wands reversed. Letting guards down. Defensiveness. Feeling both as though you need to prepare to fight and also feeling too exhausted to fight. There's protectiveness that is overextended. This is a Leo card too. Leo is visibility, fighting for visibility, while feeling defeated. Oh, and it says destroyed confidence too. Gosh, this is really intense. I'm gonna send some Reiki, I think. We have 10 of Wands. Yeah. Carrying this energy of watching your back and preparing while also having a hard time preparing. Okay. I'm just sending this Reiki, whatever this energy is. Queen of Wands reversed, clarified by the Sun. Extreme visibility. This is grappling with being seen. Being seen is the reward for surviving. Not giving up on that. We have Knight of Cups reversed. It's like, what is Knight of Cups reversed? He feels lost. He feels disconnected. There's always, wow, this is strong still. This knowing that you're meant to be seen. And it's a fight over that. It's like, I know I have something to display, but it doesn't feel safe. It's winning the battle over safety when it comes to putting yourself out into the world. Okay, and we have Page of Pentacles reversed, learning how. Always feeling a need to gather resources, a need to learn how. But you didn't give up, possibly, whoever this is for. There's a lot of sacrifice here. This is intense. What is Four of Swords reversed, clarified by the Devil? Wow. I have to say, I've never gotten a message like this doing these videos. It's heavy and intense. So feeling pushed into hiding is really what I keep getting. Still holding on to the Sun, though. The Sun is the need to be free, the need to be seen, the need to create. Okay, then we have there it is, Five of Pentacles, being hitched onto this energy. The Devil, being hitched to the Devil. But let's not forget these cards are answering how you're being liberated. Being liberated from this hiding place. Okay, I'm still sending Reiki. Let's see. Oh, the Fool reversed. Taking a risk. Learning lessons. Hesitation, recklessness, fearlessness, somebody making you feel like you made a lot of bad choices. This is really, it's hard not knowing if any of this is true, but I'm just gonna keep going. I feel somebody, maybe in the past, pushing you into hiding, kind of aggressive, kind of, well, it's this. And whoever this or whatever this is, it's a feeling of judgment, like, oh, you made this bad decision, or no, it feels like every bad decision leads back to this somehow. Like, getting entangled with this energy has created a feedback loop. But liberation from the hiding place that this energy shoved you into, perhaps. I keep getting liberation from the hiding place. Let's pull some oracle cards. This is the most intense message so far. I don't know if I'm crazy or if it will resonate for somebody out there. I'm gonna go with what? Let's go with some of these archetypes. I want to know more about the positives. What more can we know about the liberation from the hiding place? Alright. What more can we know about being liberated from the hiding place? I don't know what the hiding place is. It's just what I'm getting. The One. Let me pull two more before I interpret. The Mask. The One in the Mask. Okay, the One in the Mask. The Sword. Now, this makes me think of the phrase me, myself, and I, having to learn how to, it sounds very cliche, but rely on yourself. You are the one. You are the one who can see behind the mask that's hiding around the corner. It's almost like Scooby-Doo vibes. Here, this is popping in. It's weird. You know how this feels like a moment of clarity that you may have had. The cartoon Scooby-Doo, how there's these monsters that are causing all kinds of hijinks and whatever. And at the end of the episodes, they corner the monster, they pull off the mask, and it's just some random human. There's something here about unmasking somebody or something that's hiding around the corner and seeing it for what it is and disarming in that way. Once you pull off the mask and remove the fable, you can go into yourself. Does that make sense? Like, stand against it. Once you know what you're dealing with, you can stand against it. The concept of the one as well is kind of trying to say something. The one, huh? Let's read the book. I wonder if whoever or whatever this was for you that you unmasked, like the Scooby-Doo. I know that sounds silly. I'm not making light of it. It's not light. It's very heavy. And yeah, whatever this is that you unmasked, there's like a level of singularity where you felt like possibly you and this, whatever this represents, were as one. And that kind of synchronousness with whoever this is or whatever this is made it hard for you to stand in yourself because you couldn't differentiate yourself from this. But we'll read the book 30. This is sticking out to me. It's not even in this section that I'm looking for the places. I kept getting the hiding place, but okay. 30, the one. Oh, it's right before the places. Okay, I'm gonna just read this and then finish up here because there's a whirlwind in my house. So the one is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. Yeah, again, it's merging with something you had to unmask. When you unmask whatever this is that's represented by this, you also are able to stand in yourself finally. Okay. This archetype eludes us most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Yet when we're in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across all the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of within that field. We are neither important nor unimportant. All duality fades away, and we are left with what is, the precious knowing that life is a gift, and we're both the giver and the receiver of this fortune. So this feels also sort of karmically tied. Yeah, being interwoven with this helped you deeply understand yourself, and unmasking this somehow freed you in your vision of yourself. All right, I'm going to end this here. Don't know if it'll make sense to anybody, but I figured, yeah, whoever this is for, if anybody resonates with this, I hope you feel better and free. You are free. You're safe within yourself. Okay. Thank you so much, whoever watches this, and I'll be back with more stuff later. All right. Bye.